Unraveling the myth, Columbus and the true shape of the world. Have you ever wondered why Columbus struggled to get funding for his journeys to Asia? Many people believe it was because everyone thought the Earth was flat. You might have learned this in school, just like I did, but it turns out that's not true. While it's a common belief that people thought the world was flat, by the 5th century BC, that idea was already being challenged. In ancient Greece, especially in Athens, a wave of curiosity sparked new thoughts about the Earth's shape. Scholars began to realize that the Earth was round, much like the celestial bodies they observed in the sky. Fast forward to the 2nd century AD, and we meet the Greek scientist Ptolemy. He created a revolutionary map that depicted the world as a sphere instead of a flat disk. Although his map didn't include the Americas or Australia, it was the first to feature longitude and latitude, and it even hinted at the existence of unknown lands. Unfortunately, much of this knowledge faded during the Dark Ages in Europe, but resurfaced during the Renaissance. This was a time of great discovery and translation as scholars translated Ptolemy's maps from Greek into Latin, a language that many educated Europeans could read. The Renaissance also kicked off the age of exploration. By the time Columbus set sail for the Americas in 1492, many nobles and explorers were already aware of Ptolemy's work. So why couldn't Columbus get the money he needed? It came down to simple economics. The Portuguese and English just didn't believe it would be worth the expense to reach Asia by crossing the Atlantic. They thought the costs would outweigh any profits. Yet, tales of sea monsters and other mythical dangers may have added to their reluctance. In reality, it wasn't ignorance about the Earth's shape that held Columbus back, but rather practical concerns about the voyage itself. History has a way of twisting the truth, doesn't it? Now that you've heard the real story behind Columbus's struggle for funding and the truth about the flat Earth myth, let's see how closely you were listening. I'll ask you a few questions to test your understanding and maybe even challenge a few lingering assumptions. Ready? Let's begin. True or false? Christopher Columbus struggled to secure funding because people thought the Earth was flat. What was the main reason European rulers were hesitant to fund Columbus's journey? Why did Ptolemy's maps fall out of use in Europe for a time? When you're done, please drop your answers in the comment section.